Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. It's computer lecture of class 10th, and we are discussing our chapter number 1, that is problem solving. If any problem is occurred in our computer, then we can solve it easily by understanding its nature. And in our previous question we have discussed that specifying requirements, and I have told you specifying requirements is very important step to solve a problem. And for the solution of a problem, specifying requirements should be, and a requirement document is prepared for the solution of the problem. And it is not possible to find the correct solution of a problem if the requirements are not specified clearly. If the requirements should be specified clearly, then you can solve your problem easily in your computer. And our today's question is question number 4. Describe the process of analyzing the problem. What is analyzing the problem? The process of understanding the problem is called analyzing the problem. For example, for understanding that which is our problem and how we can solve it, how we can solve this, the problem is called analyzing the problem, and we will discuss. Analyzing the problem is a very important step to solve any problem, and a problem cannot be solved without understanding it correctly. Firstly, we will see that what is the meaning of analyzing. Analyzing means understanding the problem, and analyzing the problem is the important step to solve any problem. In analyzing the problem is divided into smaller parts, and for analyzing the problem is divided into smaller parts. Smaller parts are solved independently, and it means that smaller parts are solved one by one. For example, we understand the problem one by one, and then the solution will be easy for us. And this is very simple and easy technique to solve the problem easily if any problem is occurred in our computer. We will discuss few points for analyzing the problem. Our first step is how a given problem is solved. Firstly, we will see that how a given problem is solved. For example, which is our problem and how we will solve it. Firstly, we will understand this. And next we will see that how many solutions are possible for the solution of the problem. And next we will see that how many solutions are possible for the solution of the problem. Firstly, we will see that how many solutions are possible and which one is the best solution, and can the problem be solved on computer. And our next step is, can the problem be solved on computer? It's mean that we will see that this problem can be solved on computer or not, and what are inputs and outputs. For example, what we will give input to the computer and how it will give output, and this solution is best or not for us. And how can the bigger problem be divided into smaller problems? In analyzing the problem, a problem is divided into smaller parts. So we will see that how can the bigger problem be divided into smaller problems for the best solution of the problem. Okay students, and today we have discussed analyzing the problem. Analyzing means understanding the problem, and that is very important step to solve any problem. And problem is divided into smaller parts in analyzing the problem for the best solution. And simple and easy technique to solve the problem, that is, and few points are used for analyzing the problem. First point is how a given problem is solved. It's mean which is our problem and how we will solve it, and how many solutions are possible for the solution of the problem. How many total solutions are possible? Firstly, we will understand this, how many total solutions are possible. Then we will choose that which solution is best for it, and can the problem be solved on computer or not, and what are inputs and outputs. Inputs and output means which is our problem, how we will handle it, how we will solve it, and how that will be solved, and how can the bigger problem be divided into smaller problems. In analyzing the problem, a problem is divided into smaller parts. So we will see that how a bigger problem, if a problem is very big, how we will divide it into smaller problems. Okay students, our today's question was analyzing the problem, and I hope you have understood that lecture. Allah Hafiz.